Based on the comments you left on my review of the campaign, it's pretty clear there's about a 50-50 split of those of you that agree with me that this title is not as good as the previous ones, and those of you that think this is Bungie's greatest title yet. Luckily, the multiplayer improvements that have been made across the board on Halo Reach should have every single gamer in agreement for one single thing. The improvements made to the multiplayer are absolutely amazing. I spent countless hours ponying nudes on Halo 2 and 3, but lost interest around the time that ODST came out, even though it came with a sweet disc bundled with all of the great DLC. Not that the content wasn't good, it just had kind of gotten stale by that point. Well, now Reach has come along and totally got me pumped back up and ready to kick some ass. While typically I play games for their campaigns just as much or more so than the multiplayer features they bring, I know a lot of you are just the opposite of that. So let's take a look at what Halo Reach brings to the battlefield. First and foremost, ODST gave us access to an amazing new game type that, to me, kind of died out rather quickly. Firefight was extremely fun for a few days, but once I'd played the same levels over and over, it just got kind of boring. Well, Halo Reach has taken Firefight to the next level and far beyond with what seems like unlimited customization options. There are 7 predefined Firefight game types over 8 maps that right away give you and 3 friends a ton of different ways to play the game, including the classic Firefight from ODST, a variant where you only play a single round, a variant where you have to defend generators from an onslaught, and even the Gruntpocalypse where you fight shitloads of grunts coming from every corner of the map. Believe me, that is much tougher than it sounds. There's even a mode now where human players can play as Covenant elites mixed in with the enemies in the Firefight match to stir things up. On top of all this, you can even design and save your own game types with ridiculous amounts of customization options for nearly every aspect of the game, including things like custom-defined skulls, how many waves there are and which units come in which waves, how additional ammo is applied, and what kind of buffs and debuffs a player begins with. Before I cover any of the new game types in Reach's multiplayer, I just have to reiterate simply how wonderful Bungie has done over the years on their matchmaking system. As far as I'm concerned, not a single game in existence comes even close to the quality of matchmaking found in Halo games. Why the hell can't other developers just copy this? Suck up your pride and realize that Bungie has created the best system out there and just copy it. Nobody even comes close to the ease of party formation and the way that you can carry them through their matches. Not to mention the built-in private or public chat support and true skill ranking that actually pits you against, get this, equal skilled opponents. Plus, now we have a built-in psych profile, so other gamers can instantly see whether you're chatty or quiet, whether you're here to play to win or have fun, and whether you're polite or full of nerd rage. There are also built-in search restrictions for you to specify whether or not you want to play with others with good connections, the same language, and equal skill. Now, the amount of multiplayer game types in Reach out of the box is quite extensive, and you actually get completely different gameplay experiences based on which game type you play and in which game mode, i.e. big team versus small team. All of your favorite playlists from the previous titles are back, including Rumble Pit, Team Slayer and Objective, and Big Team Battle. Multi-team has been expanded to support 6 teams of 2 now, and man do those matches just get freaking crazy as hell. A new playlist called Invasion has been added as well that gives us 2 new game types that kind of combine the campaign with matchmaking. We now also have support for matchmaking with Firefight, allowing you to actually create Firefight games with people you don't know. Finally, a new arena playlist has been added that actually ranks you against other players, assuming you meet certain criteria each week. Combine all of this together with the rather extensive map creation system in Forge, and you certainly have enough content alone to merit the $60 price tag, and I haven't even covered how much fun it is yet.
Skull taken.
Having not played an online FPS like this for many months now, I had forgotten about all the nerd rage that accompanies competitive gamers when you don't know exactly what you're doing. My first game of Invasion, while quite fun, I had no freaking clue what to do. I asked a few times and some of the other players were pretty helpful, but at the end when we lost, one guy just freaked the shit out on several of us because it was our first match. I guess I just can't relate to people like this. I understand being passionate about a game, but you gotta chill out when it's the day after the game launches. You can't assume everyone is as hardcore as you are. And rant. Right away, as I jumped into several of the game types, I recognized that the maps I was playing on were straight from some of the previous Halo games, which I just loved. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. With each game, you're presented with a series of loadouts initially to choose from, giving you your starting weapons and armor abilities. Over the course of each match, more loadouts become available to you to choose from. I particularly love the loadouts with the hologram because there's nothing more funny than seeing someone waste all of the ammo from their rocket launcher on your hologram as you run in from the other side to pick them off with your pistol. Some of the new game types that I really enjoyed from Reach were Stockpile and Headhunter. Stockpile has you and your team collecting a series of flags from all over the map and putting them in a container in your base, while the enemy does the same thing. Every minute or so, you gain a point for each flag in your container, but obviously, things get pretty crazy when you try to steal the flags from your enemy at the same time. Headhunter is similar to this in that every time you kill an enemy, they drop a skull. You gain points by dropping the skulls in containers scattered throughout the map. This one is even crazier because once you pick up a skull, everyone in the match knows where you are and can hunt your ass down. This game type gets crazy intense, especially on big team battle, when you see bastards carrying 10 plus skulls and then seeing them explode all over the place when you kill them. It's totally awesome. Finally, after each match, you are awarded a number of credits based on your performance that go to a bank and also count towards your current rank. As you rank up, new armor choices will be unlocked for you to purchase with the credits in your bank. There are simply a ton of different armor choices in Reach, and when combined with the different colors and emblems, you likely won't find another player on the field who looks exactly like you. Now, after reading through the comments on my campaign discussion, it seems pretty clear that I've gotten a bunch of your panties in a bunch. Once a reviewer like me spouts out a little criticism, it's apparently pretty tough for some of you to look beyond that and see what I'm actually saying. I thought that Halo Reach was a wonderful title, absolutely worthy of your purchase. I just didn't think it was as good as Halo 3 or ODST, and I'm well aware that ODST was not well received by the general gaming community. Regardless, it's quite clear to me at least that the improvements made to the matchmaking system in Reach were significant, offering tons and tons of new game types and limitless customization options in Firefight. I still don't think this is Game of the Year material, but it is absolutely something that belongs in every single gamer's collection. Now, who's ready to go kick some ass online? If you see me on live, let me know it. What's your favorite game type in Reach? Leave your questions and comments below. Check out the full write-up, screenshots, and gameplay footage over at ZeitgeistGameReview.com. Stay up to date by following me on Twitter, and check out my other channel, Zeitgeist Other, for gameplay footage. Don't forget to subscribe and press the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching.